Where is Sally, Jack? She is in the garden, Jen. What is she doing? Doing. She is sitting under the tree. Is Tim in the garden too? Yes, he is. He is climbing the tree. I beg your pardon. Who is climbing the
Who
tree?
is, bukan who.
Who
Who?
is climbing the tree? Tim climbs. What about the dog? The dog's in the garden too. It's running across the grass. It's running after a cat. Cat. Lesson 32. What is What is he, she, it doing? Miss Gray is typing a letter. She is untying a basket. Mr.
Sammy?
Richard is opening the window. My mother is
Matikan
making the
Bluetooth.
bed. Sally is shutting the door. It is eating a bone. My sister is looking at a picture. Jack is reading a magazine. He is cleaning his teeth. She is dusting the dressing table. Mrs. Ford is cooking a meal. The cat is drinking its milk. Daisy is sweeping the floor. Tim is sharpening a pencil. He is charging on the light. The girl is turning off the tap. The boy is putting on his shirt. Mr. Jones is talking, is taking off her coat. Lesson 33. It is a fine day today. There are some clouds in the sky, but the sun is shining. Mr. Jones is with his family. They are walking over the bridge. There are some boats on the river. Mr. Jones and his wife are looking at them. Sally is looking at a big ship. The ship is going under the bridge. Tim is looking at an aeroplane. The aeroplane is flying over the river. Lesson 34. What are they doing? Cooking, sleeping, shaving, crying, eating, typing, doing, washing, flying, walking, waiting, jumping. Lesson 35. This is a photograph of our village. Our village is in a valley. It is between two hills. The village is on a river. Here is another photograph of the village. My wife and I are walking along the banks of the river.
Of the river.
Of the river. We are on the left. There is a boy in the water. He is swimming across the river. Here is another photograph. This is the school building. It is beside a park. The park is on the right.
Some children.
Some children are coming out of the building. Some of them are going in the park. Lesson 36. Where? Going in the where? Going in out of, sitting beside, walking across, running along, jumping off, walking between, sitting near, flying under, flying over, sitting on, eating in. Lesson 37. You are working hard, George. What are you doing? I'm making a bookcase. Give me that hammer, please, Fred. Which hammer? This one? No, not that one. The big one. Here you are. Thanks, Fred. What are you going to do now, George? I am going to paint it. What color are you going to paint it? I'm going to paint it pink. Pink. This bookcase is not for me. It's for my daughter, Susan. Pink's her favorite colors. Lesson 38. What are you going to do? What are you doing? What are you doing now? I am going to shave. I am shaving. I am going to wait for a bus. Now I am waiting for a bus. We are going to do our homework. Now we are doing our homework. I am going to paint this bookcase. Now I am painting this bookcase. We are going to listen to radio. Now, now we are listening to the radio. I am going to wash the dishes. Now I am washing the dishes. Lesson 39. What are you going to do with that face,
That
Mary?
face.
Face, Mary. I am going to put it on the radio. Don't do that. Ted. Give it to me. What are you going to do with it? I'm going to put it here.
Here.
Here, in front of the window. Be careful. Be careful. Don't drop it. Don't put it there.
Don't put it there.
Don't put it there. John, put it here.
Put it here.
Put it here. On the shelf.
In front of the shelf.
On the shelf.
On the shelf, yeah. Yeah.
There we are. It's a lovely face. Those flowers are lovely too. Lesson 40. What are you going to do? I'm going to put it put it sweet. Take it short, turn it television, turn it radio. What are you going to do with that or toes? To my doctor,
No, to my daughters.
to my daughter, to my grandmother, to my father, to my mother, to my children,
To my children.
to my wife, to my grandfather, to my sister. Lesson 41. John, is that bag heavy, Mary? Not very here. Put, put it on this chair. What's it? What's in it? A piece of cheese, a loaf of bread, a bar of soap, a bar of chocolate, a bottle of milk, a pound of sugar, half a pound of coffee, a quarter of a pound of tea, and a tin of tobacco. Is the tin of tobacco for me?
Tobacco for me.
Tobacco for me? Well, it's certainly not for me. Lesson 42. Is there a passport, milk, spoon, tie, bread, hammer, tea, face, sweet, tobacco, chocolate, cheese, newspaper, car, soap, bird. Yes. Lesson 43. Can you make the tea, John? Yes, of course I can. Mary, is there any water in this kettle? Yes, there is. Where's the tea, dear? It's over
It's over there. It's over there.
there, behind the teapot. Can you see it? I can see the teapot, but I can see the tea. There,
There it is.
there it is. It's in front of you. Ah, yes, I can see it now. Where are your the teacups? There, there are some in the cupboard. Can you find them?
Can
Yes,
you find them?
find them? Yes, here they are. Hurry up, John. The kettle's boiling.
Good.
Lesson 44. Are there any? Is there any bread on the table? Hammers behind that box.
Kayak gini coba. Oke, lanjut aja.
Milk in front of the door. Soap on the sideboard. Newspaper behind that vase. Water in
Vase.
face. Water in those
Glasses.
glasses. Tea in those cups.
In those teacups.
And those teacups in front of the
Kettle.
kettle. Chocolate behind that book, teapots in the cupboard, cars in front of the building, coffee on the table.
Building.
Building,
Building.
coffee on the table.
Okay.
Lesson 45. Can you come here a
Can you
minute?
come here?
Can you come here a minute, please, Bob? Yes, sir. Where's Miss Jones. She's next door. She's in her office.
In her.
In her office, sir. Can she type his letter for me? Ask her, please. Yes, sir. Can you type this letter for the boss, please? Miss John. Yes, of course I can. Here you are. Thank you, Bob. Bob, yes. What's the matter? I can't type this letter. I can read it. The boss' handwriting is terrible.
Okay, now you go back 44. Lihat dulu 44. Oke. Ini untuk tunggal atau jamak. Kalau dia tunggal pakai is there, kalau jamak are there. Repeat to me ya, ulangi setelah saya ya. Is there any bread on the table?
Is there any bread on the table?
Are there any hammers behind the box?
Are there any hammers behind that box?
Is there any milk in front of the door?
Is there any milk in front of the door?
Is there any soap on the
Is
sideboard?
Is there any soap on the sideboard?
Soap.
Soap on the sideboard?
Are there any newspapers behind that vase?
Are there any newspaper behind that vase?
Is there any water in those glasses?
Is there any water in those glasses?
Okay. Is there any tea in those teacups?
Is there any tea in those teacups?
Are there any teacups in front of that kettle?
Are there any teacups in front of the kettle?
Is there any chocolate behind that box?
Is there any chocolate?
Any
chocolate behind that box?
Are there teapots in the cupboard?
Are there teapots? Are there
In the
any,
cupboard?
Are there any teapots?
Any.
Any teapots in the cupboard?
Are there any cars in front of that building?
Are there any cars in front of that building?
Building.
Building.
Ujang nggak dibaca. Is there any coffee on the table?
Is there any coffee on the table?
Oke, good ya, sudah mulai lebih lancar. Kamu tinggal beberapa pengucapannya yang perlu diperbaiki. Oke, thank you for coming to sit. Okay, see you next lesson ya. Do you want to say something? Mengucapkan sesuatu? Bagaimana rasanya dari perjalanan 1 ke 30? Apa yang kamu rasakan? Tambah lancar. Ya, oke. Sampai 144 ya. See you. Berlatih lagi di rumah ya.